Senator Hassan.
Thank you. I want to thank the chair and ranking member for this hearing, and Commissioner, thank you for being here. I want to follow up on an issue that Senator Cardin talked about. I am hearing from small business owners, including an owner of many Dunkin's locations in New Hampshire, who are still waiting for their employee retention tax credit payments. Small businesses need this relief, and now with the tax filing deadline approaching, many employers are facing higher taxes due to the delay in payments of these tax credits. What is the IRS doing to provide relief from higher taxes for small businesses still waiting for their employee retention tax credits?
We have prioritized the processing of the related forms for that, which are the 941s and in some cases 941Xs.
Yeah.
We have in our inventory currently 1.9 million 941s and 324,000 940Xs. We're moving through that quickly, and we've put a lot of employees on there. We have mandatory overtime. We have authorized overtime. We just expanded mandatory overtime to another group to be able to move through that. You're also a logical question is, well, okay. You gave me the numbers, but what's the date?
Yeah.
When can I tell people that they're going to get this? I don't have that for you yet because we have some uncertainties that we're facing. We are bringing people on board. We're training people. We're getting them in those lanes as quickly as possible. And then I always hedge if we got another COVID or this or that, so we're careful about dates.
Right. So I understand that.
Another comment, if I could
Yeah.
actually interject. This is not IRS commissioner speak, but some folks might want to put their individual return on extension to October 15. We should be able to get this done before then, and then they could match at that point in time. It's not IRS position.
But the other possibility is that the IRS, of course, has the authority to waive penalties in certain circumstances so that you could provide that relief because even with an extension, people have to pay their taxes, right? So that's the question, is whether they'll be penalized.
I'll tell you, 36 years on the outside, I thought IRS was extremely easy to work with from a penalty perspective pre-pandemic. I never really had, if I thought I had a case,
Right, but I
would
think
see
it
us
would,
doing the same.
look, I want to move on to other questions, but here's the thing. I think it would be very helpful for small businesses who have navigated through so much during the pandemic to actually know ahead of time, not to have to negotiate on an individual basis about penalties, but if they haven't gotten their retention tax credit yet, they should be able to know that their penalties would be waived if they do the calculation as if they got the tax credit that they're owed. So that's just a suggestion, and I'd look forward to
We have a
working with
number
you.
of penalty provisions we're looking at.
Okay, thank you. Last week, I'm going to come around to an issue that Senator Daines was talking to you about too, about legacy IT. But last week, the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee passed my bipartisan Legacy IT Reduction Act, which requires agencies to identify their outdated and obsolete technology and publish robust modernization plans to dispose of or update those systems such as the 62-year-old processing system at IRS and its paper-based filing systems. Modernizing these systems could help reduce improper refund payments and address the current backlog of unprocessed tax returns, which has been significantly worsened by the IRS's outdated IT systems. How would IRS use the $310 million that it requested in the President's fiscal year 2023 budget to modernize its legacy tax processing systems to reduce improper payments while also working to get taxpayers their refunds more quickly?
Currently, only about 16% of our systems are outdated, and going back to 60s, we don't use systems from the 60s, but we do use COBOL language,
Right.
which, people say there's 3 people on the planet who understand it. I've not met the other 2.
Yeah.
One works for us.
Yeah,
That's not official IRS response.
right. Yeah, yes. We understand the challenge and frustration, and that's what I'm trying to get at. So how would you use the?
Yeah, let me get
Yeah,
to your
yeah.
question, which is what we'll do, which is obviously increase our online, mostly focused on taxpayer service, taxpayer interactions, the portals, update our IMF systems so that they're actually workable among ourselves as well as for taxpayers to come in, and it would be a noticeable improvement.
Okay.
And it's needed.
Right. Thank you so much. I am running out of time as well. I have some additional questions, including about the backlog that people talked to you about on the amended returns, but we'll submit those
And
for
I'm
the
available
record.
for one-on-ones with all of
Yep.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.